Let's do this, Bill and Ted. The Wild Stallions live again.
3, 2, 1. Hi there, YouTube. I'm Craig here again with Bill and Antonio, and we are the Social Vultures.
Hooah!
And we've got a bit of a special episode tonight. Antonio, do you want to fill the audience in?
Okay, folks. Going forward, if you've been on our YouTube page, you've noticed that there's no more Feed the Vultures. Everything has been merged into our talk show, meaning that all of your questions and viewer topics and everything else will be taken care of on our talk show.
Yep.
So going forward, another thing, starting with this episode, the Social Vultures will be airing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now, with our Celebrity Punch-Ups going on Tuesday and Thursday. So you're getting a full week of the 5 days of Social Vultures. So
sounds good.
Looking for, hopefully, you guys like what you see.
And on the weekends, you can rest.
You can rest on the weekend. Let's try to go back and keep watching it. If you want to watch it on YouTube, that'd be a plus as well. That's just Antonio. But Bill, what do we have for this episode?
Well, folks, today we're going to look at some responses from some of our previous Feed the Vultures.
You asked us questions, we wanted answers from you.
That's right.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Dynamite jump in there, Antonio.
Those broadcasting courses are paying off, aren't they, Monty? Okay, sorry.
So if you've been keeping up, we had Cliff from Wellington ask what 3 superhero movies we would watch on a movie night, and we asked him what he would pick. And Cliff responded with he would watch, ready?
Yep.
Batman Begins,
Yep.
Age of Ultron,
Yes.
and Daredevil. I find those are really interesting 3 choices
So do I,
because a
yeah.
lot of superhero guys, people, not just guys, fans, would not often pick those 3 in particular.
Well, we had Batman Begins, not Daredevil.
No, I think a lot of people didn't like Daredevil. A lot of people didn't like Age of Ultron, and most people choose either the second or third Batman movie
Yeah.
or the first one.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, Cliff, that you would choose these 3.
Good
I think
choice.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I liked all 3.
The more I watch Age of Ultron, it's starting to grow on me, but not to a point that I can say, yeah, it's a great movie.
It's growing on me as
it's
a
watchable.
fun action
fun,
movie.
yeah. It's a good
but
popcorn
it doesn't,
movie.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same...
Yeah, it doesn't, obviously still stacks up to the Avengers and the Captain America, but it's just something, I don't mind watching it. I'll throw it in.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm going to be totally honest because it's like, I have to say that, but I am totally sold now on Age of Ultron, and I think it's just because I watched it so many times. Even today, I went on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I want to hear that speech that the Vision gave, and then, gave the hammer to Thor. I'm like, that was such a...
And
it
Craig,
was powerful, you know?
Quickly, Craig is a good analogy that Captain America didn't pick up the hammer so he wouldn't show up for it.
Yes, yeah.
His Cap's cool that way.
And Daredevil, I've always been a fan of that movie, especially the director's cut. And I thought it was solid. I didn't really know why people crapped on that movie so much. It had a nice dark tone,
Yep.
amazing fights,
Good pace.
costume was cool,
Yep.
had some humor moments.
Yep.
Kingpin was amazing.
Love Kingpin.
Also, Jon Favreau.
Jon
Yep.
Favreau was great.
Great movie.
The fight between Daredevil and Kingpin
Yep.
Yep.
at the end is
Yep.
amazing.
And Colin Farrell, how great was he as Bullseye? He was a great
Yeah,
Bullseye.
yeah.
So just chewing up the scenery, like over the
Yeah.
top. I
Yeah.
love that he pulled, always doing the thing. He was
Yeah.
great. I thought that movie was awesome. I
It's-
don't know why people had a problem with
You know what? It's definitely not one of my favorite Marvel flicks, but I agree. Like I think there's a lot of unwarranted criticism.
I think
there are
I think it's
like
the type
that.
of movie that if we're gonna sit down and have a Super and I, we won't come to our heads. Not that we don't like the movies, just
Yeah.
we
it.
won't
Same
think
here.
about
It's
saying,
not,
hey,
it's not
watch
one of my
Daredevil.
favorite,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a solid,
It's a solid movie.
entertaining
I like
movie.
both versions, director's cut and the original.
Yeah.
And I just like Ben Affleck. And
same here.
if I don't like it, I'll say he sucked in it, but I thought he was
Yeah.
good in it. But
So
carry on.
those were good choices.
This is what I expect.
So we also had Lance from Orlando that said, name a B hero from DC or Marvel that you would want to see in a standalone film. We asked Lance who he would like to see, and he said he'd like to see Doctor Fate.
which is a
Oh, love Doctor
fantastic.
Strange. That's DC's version of Doctor Strange.
Not
Yeah.
familiar with Doctor Fate. but-
We got Doctor Strange, they've got Doctor Fate.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Doctor Fate
Very
would
cool.
be.
That'd be a good fight, eh? Fate versus Strange.
They probably did that at one point during like the amalgam years
Yeah.
when DC and Marvel was sort of.
I'd watch it. I'd watch
Yeah.
Doctor Fate.
Dr. Fate, great character.
But you know what's funny? On Young Justice, they portray Dr. Fate more now that once you got the helmet on, he doesn't want the spirit or whatever, the energy or whatever. You can't take that helmet off.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of taking over you, so you gotta good luck not taking the helmet off. So, but saying that, good choice. We'd watch it. The Vultures.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's next, Billy?
Are we gonna squeeze another one in here?
Yeah.
Okay, Hale from Kansas said if Rob Zombie was to reboot another horror franchise, which one would it be? We gave our answers, and Hale said he'd like to see him reboot The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's an interesting choice because it was recently rebooted, and very well. It was.
I like the remake.
The original's great, and the remake was solid too. But I think you're onto something, Hale, because Town That Dreaded Sundown really has that aesthetic that would lend itself very well to Rob Zombie. It's about, small town and the killer and the 70s.
Like Haddonfield.
Yeah. So I think to give it a little more of a redneck spin and a grittier thing, I think he'd be great at it.
Yeah, Rob Zombie for sure, yeah.
Just have to give it some time because the other one just came out and it was good. So you wouldn't want to do it.
It wouldn't be the first time
he's
been rebooted 3 times.
No, but I think you nailed it with matching material to the director.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Who else we got? Bill, anyone else there?
Phil from Pittsburgh said, I like the thought of a Submariner movie, which you guys discussed. Who would you cast as Prince Namor? That was what the question was.
Yeah.
So he said he'd like to see Javier Bardem.
Good choice.
Nice.
I think it'd beef up a little bit. But
He also says he totally agrees that it would be the John Byrne.
You know what? Javier Bardem, he'd be a great business power suit submariner / superhero. I think he'd have to beef up a little bit because I think he's a bit shorter than the other, but if he beefs up,
big.
oh yeah, he's a big boy.
It's interesting because we talk about this a lot when it comes to especially like Bruce Wayne and Batman, and that there's guys who have played great Batman,
That's such a great Bruce
but
Wayne.
not so great
So
Bruce
Ben
Wayne,
Affleck came along, but
and vice versa. But yeah, no, I would definitely go with that as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a good pick
very
for
good
both characters.
I mean, that's Del Toro, but he's playing the collector, so that can't happen.
No, you're right.
I think Bardem would actually be better than.
He can play a good evil guy. He can play a very good. He'd be great. So yeah, good choice. Javier Bardem. What else? Anyone else? Bill, respond? I don't know.
Let's do one more.
Okay, one more.
Lester from Omaha.
No, this is no. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I think that was it.
That was it.
Oh.
Okay, folks. Well, like I said, we're glad you're hearing us, so they respond back with your questions.
Yeah.
So, any other questions you ask us, if we ask you for a response, you know where to send it to us on our
And all your choices were great.
great
Yeah,
choices.
exactly, yeah.
And keep them coming.
So send us your questions, we'll answer them, and then we'll ask you the question, and then we'll talk about it.
And then you can ask us another question about that question.
And if we don't like it, we won't answer it.
Right.
Okay.
We'll try to.
We'll try to answer it.
We'll try.
So send your questions as usual to us on Gmail at socialvultures@gmail.com, on our Facebook and our Twitter. And that's all the information they need for us, folks. So for the Submariner, Dr. Fate, and the Dark Knight, we are the Social Vultures. We will see you next time, and keep those questions coming.
Well, the man, he don't trust you. He thinks you're trying to bust up all his dreams. But the man, he don't know now that you've got your own crazy plans and schemes. Well, there's good in